It is Friday, April 29th in the afternoon. And this is Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And good afternoon and welcome to Guy's Daily Drive. I don't have a clue on what it is I'm going to talk about today. But it is Friday, which means that I'm done with work for the week. As a matter of fact, next Monday and Tuesday are my work from home days, so I won't be back in the office for 4 days. Wasn't quite the schedule that I wanted, but I made some accommodations to help out someone else. And considering that I've gone into work every day practically for the last 2+ years, the fact that I'm able to work from home at all is it's a celebration for me. Okay, you go over there, and I'll just keep going this way. So on the tech front, it's weird. I haven't, other than like a couple of little things, I haven't bought anything lately. Not really, not microphones, which is, the joke as far as I'm concerned. Just these little lav mics. Nothing big, nothing major. I'm actually reasonably satisfied with the microphones that I'm currently using, which is good. I did get, it's this bar that hangs down from your monitor across the front. It's translucent, so you can connect up a webcam or camera if the monitor will support that weight. Excuse me. And you can have it hanging down like right in the center of the camera. And the good thing about that is, so many people when you watch what they're doing streaming, is they're not looking at the camera. They're looking at the monitor, wherever the information is that they're working with is at. Now, where my camera currently is, it's like right in between the two monitors, and I kind of disciplined myself to stare at the camera instead of at the monitors, but inevitably what happens, I need to look at show notes, or I need to see what somebody else is doing, or there's something on screen that I need to pay attention to, and then I have to look off to the side, and it's like I'm disengaging with the audience. Now with Guy's Daily Drive, I'm driving a car, so I can't just sit there and stare at my phone for the entire time, because that could lead to really, really bad things. So I don't do that. I do not. But if you're doing like a streaming thing from your home, well, you need to figure out a way to engage with the camera. And so what this is supposed to allow me to do is hang it from the front of the monitor, and then this way. Sorry, I got to make a little adjustment here. And then you can look at the monitor and at the camera at the same time. And the only part of the screen that you don't get to see is the part where your webcam or camera is. And so I put this thing together, and it's heavier than I thought it was going to be, though the one that I specifically got was for a mirrorless camera, which is what I use for my webcam, and those are going to be heavier. And when I try to connect it, the way I've got all my stuff is the monitors sit a little higher on a double mount. What do they call those things? Where it's you take off like the desk bound part of it that holds that where the monitor sits, and I keep wanting to say it. For some reason the term VCR, but that's not it. It's a Visa. There we go. It's a Visa mount. And that's how I have a double Visa mount, and that's how I have the monitors, two 27-inch monitors connected. But they're not super tight because every once in a while I would adjust them. But they sit pretty high. So and they're also at a slight angle, and because they're at this angle, this bracket doesn't really work that well. So what I need to do is tighten down the mounts for the monitors so that if I put a little extra weight on the front of it, it isn't going to make it tilt down. So that's, oh, for God's sake, get in. Not paying attention. Maryland driver, of course. So that's what I need to do. I need to tighten down all the mounting points and the parts where the monitor can be moved around and adjusted, so that if there's a little extra weight put in the center part of it, then it's not going to tilt down, which is what it started to do when I put this mount on. And I didn't even have the camera. I didn't even have the camera on. It just started doing that with just the weight of this mount. So that's a project for this weekend. Another project for this weekend is to get that dresser that I built, that cheap dresser that I built, and start putting stuff in that. And to start thinking about what I'm going to do, because in about 2 weeks, Tracy is leaving for Idaho for 10 days, which means that I'm going to have all the responsibility for taking care of the guinea pigs and the cats and all the rest of that while she's gone. She's retired, so during the day, the cats and the guinea pigs are used to having her there to feed them and take care of them and all the rest of that. And if it's just me, then I have to figure out a way to make sure that everybody has food, everybody has water, everybody has all the things that they need to get by while I'm at work. And it's going to be a period of adjustment, not just for me, but for the cats and the guinea pig. They're going to, especially the guinea pigs. So I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to talk to Tracy and see if we can get one of the kids across the street to come over and give the guinea pigs some food in the center part of the day so that they're not there all alone. Now, with me now working from home 2 days of the week, that means I only have to worry about this for 3 days of the week, which is good. So it won't be too bad. But it's gonna be a big adjustment for the guinea pigs. And fortunately, it's only going to be for 10 days. Poor guinea pigs. Because remember, these animals, they rely entirely on us for everything. They're not like out in the wild where they're developing the skills to hunt for their own meals and taking care of themselves and all the rest of it. They rely on us. And you shouldn't take the responsibility of owning a pet, whether it's a cat, a dog, a guinea pig, a snake, gerbil, lizards, whatever strikes your fancy, birds. You're responsible for that animal from the time that you get it until the time when, unfortunately, it passes away. And if you're not willing to take that responsibility, or if you don't think you want that responsibility, then don't get a pet in the first place, because it's not fair to them. And screw you. It's got nothing to do with you. It's not fair to them. And when I hear about abandoned animals, it really just kind of makes my blood boil. And we can't know for certain, but we think that's what happened with Kismet. And, I've told the story of Kismet, how we brought her up from Blacksburg, Virginia, and so on and so forth. We think someone abandoned her. And I'm glad that we were there for her, but there's plenty of other animals out there that aren't so lucky, because they have idiot people who bought them. And it's just not right. So don't do that. I tell you, Tracy going across over to Idaho, and the time frame in which she's going to be gone kind of blew my Florida trip out of the water, which, it's these things happen, and it's more important that Tracy go out and see her mom, and that her sister gets to go see her grandchild, than it is for me to go on down to Florida for a couple of days and, mess around with a bunch of old friends. And I get it, but at the same time, it still kind of sucks. I would like to have still done it, gone to Universal Studios for a day with Peter and his friends, gone to Disney World for a day, which could still happen. We'll see. But that's, I guess that's really about it. That's all the stuff that's going on right now. So if you want to get a hold of me, wow, this has been kind of a depressing Guy's Daily Drive. It's like, I don't get to do nothing that I want to do. Boo, 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 boo. If you want to get a hold of me and tell me what a big crybaby I am, send that email to guy@mymac.com or podcast@vertshark.com. You can even tell me I'm a crybaby on Twitter by going to MacParrot or VertShark. Those are my two Twitter handles. Of course, there is VertShark on Facebook, where you can see links to the odds and the vids. There is VertShark on YouTube. That is the name of my channel, and that's where all the vids are. Or, my God, you could go on over to vertshark.com and see all of the odds and all of the vids. Everything is right there. If you'd like to contribute to my continued whining crybaby that I am, you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/MacParrot. You can buy me a coffee, ko-fi.com/MacParrot, or you can pay a pal at paypal.me/MacParrot. All the different ways that you can get a hold of me. or help contribute to the things that I do. And again, don't have to. I'll keep doing it anyway. It's what I do. So thank you. Thank you all so very, very much for joining me today, this afternoon, on Guy's Daily Drive. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. And I'll see, what's everybody doing here? Oh, nobody do anything dumb. Good, nobody did anything dumb. I'll see all of you next time right here on Guy's Daily Drive. Bye-bye.